Yo, what up, YouTube? Gang shit, no lane shit, fo. How the fuck y'all bumming? We finna hit 100 subs. So your boy get the 100. I think we 1 or 2 away on phone break. But by the time I show upload this, I think we should have 100 by the time I upload this. If not, then oh well. But if I did, thank y'all. I love y'all niggas so much. I appreciate y'all. Follow your boy Twitch.tv/Tynowolf and shit too. We lay off here. I'm about to hit 100 on here soon too. So yeah, for now. The invasion of Gen Alpha. Now I think Gen Alpha is pretty much like I think that's like ages between like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10, 11, 12, 13 and shit like that, right? Or so on. I guess that's Gen Alpha or some shit, right? It's so crazy. This is all my little sister and brother into. They into shit like this, the tablets, Coco Melon. This is so fucking true. If you have a little brother, sister, or shit, even a little baby or some shit, you know this is fucking true. But let's watch this shit, man. Shout out Tommy and Never G. Let's get it.
There are 4 of the most notable generations known in recent years of humanity. Boomers, Gen X, Millennials, and Gen Z. These 4 generations lived in harmony. Okay, that's a lie, but it just goes with the intro, so let me play this out. All was well in humanity, and although each side had problems of their own, when times got rough, they came together to conquer them with iron fists. That was until the invasion of the Gen Alpha. Crusty iPads.
You know what fucked up? Do you know how fucking true that is, folks? You know my little brother and sister Lee have crusty iPads and phones and shit. That's so crazy how he said that. My little sister has a crusty ass iPad. That's so fucking crazy, folks. Tab, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like that's, wow. That's crazy as fuck. Wow, why the fuck is that so true? What the fuck?
Unstandable personality. No attention span.
You know, this should go for a lot of you motherfuckers, though. A lot of you motherfuckers don't have don't even have attention. Like, have low attention spans because you be scrolling TikTok all day.
Are just some of the things that Gen Alpha has been labeled.
My nigga,
and if you didn't know about this, you would have known if you follow my IG. So, quick plug, go follow my IG. And in the last video where I ranked every generation's worst faults, everyone asked me, but Tommy, you forgot all about Gen Alpha. Best believe I didn't forget. No. Gen Alpha is on track to being the worst setup generation that has ever
Yo, you know, when they grow up, Gen Alpha, like when they get like grown and shit, like, oh my god, that's gonna be so bad. Damn, that's gonna be so bad. Damn.
It's the combination of every generation's worst faults combined into one. And the first thing I want to start up with is entertainment. Now there's a very important date I want you to all remember, which is February 15th, 2015.
Okay.
And why is this date important?
Right,
it's because that's the date YouTube Kids was.
That's the day YouTube Kids was created? My sister don't be on YouTube Kids. My sister play Roblox and shit all day. She don't be on YouTube Kids. At least not that I know of. I just know she be playing like Roblox and shit, fo. You know, like, oh no. I ain't gonna lie, fuck 2015. 2015 is probably one of the worst years of my whole life, and I'm not even gonna get into it, but 2015 was probably one of the worst years of my whole entire fucking life. I hate 2015 so much. 2016, it was cool. It was decent. It was mid. From, like, personally, me, it was cool. You know, it was cool and shit, whatever, woo-woo. It was cool. But 2015 will go down one of the worst years of my whole entire life. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
Released, aka the killing of childhood entertainment. For every other generation, there was a time where your main or only source of entertainment was the TV or a family computer. And kids' main source of entertainment, since usually they didn't get iPhone 14 Pro Maxes at 5 years old, was the TV.
So it's so crazy. My sister got a fucking iPad. I'm not even fucking playing. My sister is 9. Gang, I have a PS3 at 9 years old, and I didn't have no fucking phone. So I didn't get my first phone until I was like 12, 13. I think I was like 13 when I got my fucking first phone. And that, yo, my sister like been on the phone since she been like 3. Yo, this shit crazy.
So off rip, we didn't have unlimited, mindless access to things we wanted and basically had to watch what the TV programs chose. You could say that the TV is mindless entertainment, but not at the level we have now. Comparing a selection of programs chosen by people versus a selection of content tailored to your specific needs, we know which one's more addictive. I mean, come on. Which Gen Alpha
so crazy. You motherfuckers really be sitting y'all bed doing this all day? Just scrolling through that fucking app. Yo, it's so crazy. The only time I be on that app TikTok is literally when I need to post my clips on there. That's it. I don't scroll through that app. I don't associate with that. I just post my clips on there, as y'all be seeing for your boy on TikTok at Tynowolf. That's it. Everything at Tynowolf on Phone and Gray. I just post my clips, and I'm done. That's it. That's the only thing I do in that app. I don't scroll. I've never scrolled through app a day in my life. I'm cool. I don't scroll through apps, man. It's not really my thing. I'm not really a big ass. You know, I'm on social media, but
generation to grow up without these restrictions. And you know what? I would say that's actually a-okay. I mean, as long as the content is helping push forward positive educational videos, then no need to worry. Right? Yeah, for any of y'all that have taken a gander at your little cousin's iPad, you would know that's not the case. Like, bro, they really be out here watching videos like this glued to the screen. You look in their eyes while they're watching one of these, and I genuinely think you'll turn into stone. For Gen Z and millennials, man, we really grew up with the last ounce of childhood shows that we can reminisce on with happiness. I can look on with happiness at most of the cartoons, childhood shows, and books I read as a kid. The fact that there's gonna be Gen Alpha kids looking back at Coco Melon and Skibbity Toilet then being like,
yo, it's so crazy. My sister showed me that video like that. Oh man, the accuracy in this video is scary.
Don't make them like this anymore. This shit was a classic. Nigga, no!
It was a classic.
It just sounds like a
My homeboy showed me that years ago.
Like, I'm sitting here trying to understand how they're gonna be genuinely happy and nostalgic over this shit. And don't get me wrong, okay? Gen Z and millennials had their weird shit too growing up as well. Niggas was out here watching Uncle Grandpa, the most brain dead shit you'll ever watch. I know y'all remember the old MLG edits where whatever the f this was playing. But you know,
to this day, I fucking hate this image so fucking much. It's so fucking disgusting.
What? I'll take any of these any day over Skibbity Toilet. And another problem with all their entertainment is all the weird things they actually consume. Like, do y'all think all the weird stuff that bypasses on YouTube Kids would ever play on a television? No, I remember if you even cursed on TV, they would hit your ass with about 50 lawsuits and thousands of dollars worth of fines. But now you got kids on YouTube Kids looking at Elsa and Spider-Man.
My sister and them used to watch this. That's so crazy. I see, hey, I ain't gonna lie to these videos be having some crazy ass thumbnails and titles, boy. And these videos supposed to be little kids. If you know, you know.
Videos. Weird pregnancy videos.
This is what I'm talking about. They be having shit like this, and this shit supposed to be for little kids. Yo, this shit's fucking weird, gang. I remember my sister watching one of these. I was like, what the fuck? Fo, I had to tell my little sister, like, don't watch this shit no more. She don't watch this shit no more, but I remember when she used to, fo. Oh, I ain't gonna, man, folks.
We're not even gonna get into that thing. Just the most trash and mind-numbing shit you'll ever see. I don't even want to go through all of it. Taking a scroll through the homepage makes me feel like I'm about to have a rainbow seizure. I can only imagine the type of mindset they're going to grow up and how this type of content is going to affect them in the future. I don't think it's gonna be good. Everyone else is already thugging it out and we had it way easier. Another problem I see is definitely education. In general, I feel like the entire world is facing an education crisis. Like, who in reality wants to teach anymore? You get paid a salary equivalent to a popsicle stick. Kids don't listen to you and have no respect for you. And kids can't even comprehend the lesson you're required to teach. Like, just imagine being a middle school teacher in the year of 2023.
Oh,
I thank God
fo. Yo. Shit, imagine being a high school teacher in 2023. I pray for you teachers, shorty. I pray for you teachers. You fucking be in class one day, you see one of the bitches in the background doing this. Say motherfucking TikToks and shit. Like, fuck. Hell no. Shout out to teachers though.
You know, because I wouldn't make it alive after a year after working. And recently, there's been a lot of teachers complaining about how dumb Gen Z and Gen Alpha can't read in 2023. Saying that there are 7th graders that can't even read at a 3rd grade level. Like, bro, you're supposed to be able to read chapter books by 2nd grade, and these kids out here struggling to read Dr. Seuss. Now, granted, there has always been dumbass niggas in the class that genuinely can't read, but from the amount of teachers I've seen complaining about this, it's on a whole nother level now. And I can honestly believe them just off of when I read. Yeah,
Shamar, hey, here's my little sister in the chat right now. Yeah, Shamar, this shit about you, your generation, boy. This about your generation, Shamaria. Gen Alpha.
Y'all be making. You ever see a comment online and you legit have to sit there and hyper focus to make out what they're even talking about? Yes. I'd be like, damn, did you even look at what you typed out, my nigga? What are you talking about? Maybe it was just different for me because I was a scholarly student. I've always been good at English and literature in school. But now it feels like instead of it just being two dumbasses in the class that can't read, it's the entire class that can't read. More than ever is it possible to let everything but you do the work, which is why I think this is happening. Another problem is definitely socializing. We already know all of Gen Z being addicted to their phones is causing them to be unreal, anti-social human beings, talking like troglodytes and burning up when the sun hits their skin. But Gen Z was just the experiment group. The game turned from experimental mode to alpha testing now. At least for most of us, we could fathom a social life without.
I say you can't read, Shamari.
Going outside after school to play all types of outside games with the homies, meeting at a park, playing basketball, soccer, baseball, whatever. Having this be the huddle ground and just chopping it up. Things that require the brain to be in a human state and cause our actions to have consequences. Gen Alpha sadly is the first generation to be deprived of this. They were born with phones and tablets in their hands since birth. Their new meeting huddle ground instead is a Discord call with their online Roblox friends, having e-sex and Discord calls and all types of monkey business. Like, you know how we were all super excited when it was recess time in elementary?
Chat, y'all see this my little sister in the chat. I told y'all she wanted Gen Alpha motherfuckers. Like, I'm phone the grace, my little sister in the chat. Roblox. That's all she play all day is Roblox.
School and we could finally go outside. I guarantee these kids do not give a f. They'd rather sit inside and play on their tablet instead. And I can't even put blame on all of them. Like, lockdown definitely did not help with this issue. Can you imagine when you were a kid, you went from first grade to third or fourth grade and you're finally back in a physical school socializing? You missed damn near half your experience, and those are the most important times for learning how to communicate. It's not normal for anyone, let alone a child, to be locked away from socializing like that. Another thing that's definitely going to be worse is creativity. Most of us remember as a kid when you would have toys and board games and read childhood books. And with all of these things, especially when you read a book as a kid, you could imagine the scenario.
My favorite book of all time, at least one of them, is Bud Not Buddy. If you know, you know. If you don't know, look it up.
Coming to life, which is a good way of building up the brain's cognitive abilities and helps you create huge things in the future. You would play fight with your toys and act out scenarios of your wildest dreams that could only be imagined. But with Gen Alpha and their iPads, you don't even need creativity anymore. Like, what's the point of imagining things creatively when you could just play Subway Surfers for hours and play Skibbity Toilet Roblox Obby with flashing neon lights? If you're already getting dopamine rushes every time you open the screen, then of course you don't have to worry. Another thing that's pretty bad is Gen Alpha parenting. Now look, okay, obviously parenting is not a walk in the park. And most parents at the end of the day are trying their best to make it work with the worst circumstances given to them. But the problem with these kids is not like they're bad like every other generation has bad kids. It's that they're f***ing demons. Like, have you ever tried to simply take away the iPad from a kid? They throw a fit the whole building.
My god, this is so fucking true. Yo, I don't like how true this is, folks. I don't like how true this is, folks. Oh my god, this is so fucking true, shorty. Oh my life. Oh my fucking god. Hey, if you ever tried to take the tablet from your little brother or sister, you know this is facts, boy.
Thing goes down, the sky collapses on itself. It's like trying to take a bone away from a dog's mouth. The equivalent of how a crackhead would act if you took away 5 grams of their finest crystals. And in general, just not knowing manners and how to treat people. Like, I'm damn near starting to sound like a boomer. I'm not talking about in the sense of speaking to every adult like they're King Charles III. What I mean is simply saying things like sorry or thank you or excuse me. Pretty much basic things you should already be taught as a kid, which is another thing that teachers are apparently complaining about, saying that kids in the first grade are starting to talk back to them. For me personally, almost none of the kids talked back in elementary school with a few exceptions. If the teacher said 1, 2, 3 eyes on me, your ass better have been quiet after the me or you were getting a call home that day. And I'm putting the blame on some parents being too because if your kid acts like that to a teacher with authority, I can only imagine how much they step over. I get if you don't want to be a super strict type parent and have PTSD from the way you got raised. But all I'm saying is, a good belt whooping or chocolate slapping never hurt every once in a while. Now don't overdo it, but it don't hurt every once in a while. They're gonna have to learn the actions for their consequences, or they're eventually gonna around and find out too late in life. We already see this happen with people all the time in life, and it's only getting worse. I swear, these kids out here be watching Neon and Seiko streams thinking they can just say whatever with no consequences. Another thing I feel is gonna be different is comedy. Like, we already know how the climate is right now for comedians. Comedian makes joke, aka does their job, and people run to all their social media accounts to take them down like the Flash. But can you imagine a
watch what I watched after I saw what they have to watch down the line? Gang, you lucky. I wish I did the same thing. I wish I did the same thing with my siblings.
Alpha comedian even existing? Hey, they're gonna have the shortest career lifespan before the internet swallows them whole. They're gonna have a cartoonishly goofy list of every type of group they can't joke about. It's gonna take so much brain power to figure out what would even be okay to say. So to wrap up, I actually want to talk about some positive things that hopefully maybe can come out from Gen Alpha. Like, I think by the time Gen Alpha is fully grown, almost no one is gonna get discriminated for some dumb shit. You can see all types of cultures and things at the touch of a button, which makes it so people don't have to wonder anymore. And since Gen Alpha is the most populated generation ever, okay, hold up, doing research for this vid, I just found out that there's 2 billion of Gen Alphas.
God damn!
Dear God. But hopefully that's at least gone by then. And who knows?
Can we watch a Roblox
Gen Alpha
story?
Kids 10 or 20 years in the future that are watching this that made it a-okay. Gen Z isn't safe like I said, but I mean, I made it out perfectly fine, and a bunch of other kids made it out perfectly fine, so hopefully those kids
that's that Gen Alpha
follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually, and until next time, I'm out.
On phone now, shout out Tommy NFG. Shout out my boy Tommy NFG on phonograph. You feel me? That's my boy right there. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Oh man, man, this world is fucking doomed.